In this video, I want to talk about another word, namely well, which plays an important role in understanding many concepts in other words we find in the Greek New Testament. So first of all, here on the screen is the adverb you, which as a standalone adverb defines things that are well, like well done. So for instance, in the parable of the talents, we see, then his Lord explains to him, well, where done is added in italics, because this is from the adverb modifying the verb explained, you good and faithing slave, etc., which then we see again in verse 25. You, well. Here's one more, Ephesians 6:3, so that it may become well with you. Become would be the verb, where well is the adverb, you. And as a standalone adverb, there's only 6 occurrences in the New Testament. However, we find this adverb prefixing many other Greek words, such as eudokeo here, which is a verb, which the Devar translation consistently translates either like well deem, well deeming, well deems, etc., etc., where here, for example, in Luke 12:32, fear not, you small herdlet, for your Father well deems to give you the regency. Where then here, the well announcement is what most Christians understand as the gospel, which I've already made a video talking about this here, LIT 041. Where then yet again, we have another word here you see in Matthew 5:25, be well thinking, which is from you noeo, which the stem noeo here is from the Greek word to think. Okay, it's the faculty of the thinking. Noeo. Then we also have well-minded. So, of course, thinking and mind are related, but this is a different word. So this word is from G2165. Euphrino, which if you're reading the King James translation, they've translated it rejoice, be merry, make merry, fair, and make glad. But conceptually, it's well-mindedness because, again, the stem of the word is referring to the mind. Okay, the mind. Phrane. So it's literally well-mindedness. Then we have well-opportunity, which is from here, eukaria, where the stem here defines a term from kairos, which I've already made a video talking about times and terms, where they've also mistranslated this word as time, but the word time is from chronos, not kairos. So kairos is part of the concept of well opportunity because it's a term limit. So concerning terms or kairos, which is different from times, chronos, watch my video 037, LIT 037. Then we have even another word, euregetes, which the stem here is from the word work, where here in Luke 22:25 it's in the plural, so it's well workers, which the King James has translated benefactor, which would be singular. But again, it literally defines well and then work or workers. And we can keep going. There's many words. Here we see well stretchedly. Eutanos, where you see again from you, and then it says in a derivation of to stretch. And we also have well testified, well pleasing, well receivable, well decorous, well settled, well designated, well doing. We have well smelling, well explanation, well intimate, well taking, well about standing, well honoring, well being, well feeling, well befitting, well compliant. Which now brings me to the punchline of this video, because in Matthew 25:41, those who most Christians deem will go to hell for an eternity, in eternal fire, are literally well named. Where here the word translated left named is from euanimos, which again is prefixed by the adverb well, and then the stem is from the word onoma, which defines a name, showing us that the cursed of this verse have a well name as an outcome of this judgment. So this is a judgment. This Aeonian fire, which Jesus used in regards to the figure of Gehenna, or so-called hell. Okay, right here's one occurrence in Matthew 18:9, according to the Aeonian fire, which is the same as Matthew 25:41 and Jude 7, regarding the judgment of the great day. Concerning the angels here, the same angels in Matthew 25:41 is a judgment. Matthew 23:33, the judgment of the Gehenna, which is the Aeonian fire. Also seen in Matthew 5:22. The liability of these judgment orders concludes with the Gehenna, which is the last leg of God's judgment, where the left named literally have a well name as an outcome. So here the emphasis is actually in the word named, onoma, okay, where the left is added in italics, but you see at least off to the side they put literally well named, where if you're reading this in the King James, see, let me back up. Euanimos is just translated left. But it's about a name, okay? Onoma, the stem of the word, is the emphasis, where the adverb well is included in the concept of the word. So if understanding the Word of God accurately, precisely is important to you, consider getting the Devar Works Bible translation software, which is absolutely free. It's not for sale. Where the information on this translation and how to get it is in this video, 090. Thank you for watching. God bless.